been a long time. I'm just sharing. Finally, इसके बाद you will not see anything more related to map that leads to you. And then there is another movie, F1, the movie. It's about the racing cars. But in तीनों का theme, my pattern is what I want you to see is what I want you to hear is in तीनों का pattern same है. And then there is another movie. It's pretty much old. मुझे उसका नाम भी नहीं याद. एक quote है उस किताब से. I don't know again which book, but it's also the same theme. Okay, let's begin. Symbolism click me. I wanted to do it sketching. Usually when I write, when I'm in silent mode, मेरी जितनी ज़्यादा senses use होती है, जितनी ज़्यादा मैं खामोश atmosphere environment में होती हूँ, things click me. That inspiration comes in another way. I can't explain until this is something जो आपको happen हुआ हो. So these friends went out of their planned map को छोड़ के, ठीक है, the road that's less traveled. So they go there. Does anyone ever really know where they are going? And if you know what Carl Jung says, you are on someone else's path. I think that's the ultimate form of respect and connection, being present. They both are arguing कि अभी आप एक जगह पे enter भी नहीं हुए and आप तस्वीर लेना start कर देते हो. So he's old school and she's new school and she's saying, you are judging my friends. And he's saying, my point of view is just different. Remember, he's gonna die in around a couple of months. He's cancer patient. So what Jack says, this is meant to be a spiritual experience. I think that's the ultimate form of respect and connection is being present, where you can enjoy it in peace, but people are too much empty and vapid, and they are all they care about is capturing it for other people who are not even with you, so that they can get likes, followers. And what do you mean? She's asking. And it's my one of the biggest, problem with these screens, with this technology. There are pros, there are cons, ease, the balance. तो आपके साथ आपके घर में आपके कमरे में बैठे हैं, आपके पास उसके लिए टाइम नहीं है, बट जो आपसे दूर है आपके पास उसके लिए टाइम है. एंड अनदर प्रो ऑफ दैट इज कि मे बी आपकी रेजोनेंस फ्रीक्वेंसी जो आपके कमरे में आपके साथ है, ऑफिस में कोलीग है, या आपके घर में साथ या आपके हॉस्टल में साथ रहता है, उसके साथ आपकी फ्रीक्वेंसी रेजोनेंस नहीं मैच करती, और वो जिनके साथ करती है आप उनके साथ शेयर कर रहे होते हो. सो बी एम्प्टी ऑफ वरिंग, यानी बी इन मोमेंट. थिंक ऑफ हु क्रिएटेड द थॉट. ये जो हमारी थॉट्स आ रही है वो कौन क्रिएट कर रहा है? कभी आपने सोचा, व्हाई डू यू स्टे इन प्रिजन व्हेन द डोर इज सो वाइड ओपन? रूमी. सो yeah, ये मैंने इसलिए इधर लिखा है because the next part they are talking about is thoughts. Your thoughts help create your future. And they also says अगर आपकी positive thoughts होंगी तो आपके wrinkles वगैरह नहीं आते. I don't know, but try it. So your thoughts help create your future, and the universe or the God, Allah, or that one source or whatever you want to call it wants for us what we want for ourselves. So all we have to do is to think it as often, as hard as we can. It's incredible, this whole experience, because it wasn't planned. They were doing spontaneously. The first time ये education complete करने के बाद, bachelor's complete करने के बाद अब यूरोप का grand tour कर रही है वो, और उसके बाद she's going back to New York, typical 9 to 5 job. So for the first time of her life, in her life, 23 years old female, she's thinking, what is my purpose? There was this article on Substack, discipline is supposed to be with spontaneity. You have to balance both. That was interesting because I always used to think order and chaos are opposite to each other. Ab she is telling her feelings about him and he's just, running away. And फिर वो उसको, ताना देती है, emotional slapping, emotional slap थप्पड़ कि, तुम इतनी महंगी वॉच फिर पहन के फिर रहे हो. एंड देन वो अपनी स्टोरी बताता है कि जब मैंने जॉब छोड़ी थी, I got this on the side of the road for $10 that day. I quit my job. So they are going to and I keep it because it reminds me of what's real and what's bullshit. You believe in past life. Now they have this another discussion, and he says yes. 100% yes. And do you think we have met before? Another topic. I'm starting to not believe in the coincidences. So if you're interested in coincidences and synchronicity, so you might want to go in search for Carl Jung. The only way you could, okay, this is the one of the most loveliest conversation between a father and a daughter. I guess my generation, or हमारे से छोटी और हमारे से बड़ी, we really need to listen to it. I would really love to have that discussion with my father. She is अपनी जॉब वो आती है क्रिसमस पे छुट्टियों में अपने डैड के पास, grandparents के पास, and she's worried because she thought the plan कि she would love that banking job, ये जो भी job थी corporate में, but now she's questioning it. और इसमें उसका एक्सपीरियंस जैक के साथ भी आता है जिसके साथ अब इसका कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है. He shut everything with her because Now his illness is back, he's gonna die soon, and he didn't want to be a burden on her. Father, daughter are discussing. That's the thing. Both are understanding. She's like really क्या कहते हैं टेंशन से मरी हुई है कि मेरे पापा ने सारी मेहनत मजदूरी और लगा के मुझे पढ़ाया और अब मैं उस जॉब को मैं छोड़ना चाहती हूँ. What is wrong? So let's dive in. The only way you could disappoint me is if you did something you didn't want to do. Baby, you got to do what you love, or at least something you like. I don't think I would love it or like it. She's talking about her current. I also wanted to, just share a perspective with you. Have you ever observed, because I have observed, people जो ना कि अपनी जॉब को लव करते हैं और ना एटलीस्ट लाइक भी नहीं करते, उसके असरात जस्ट उनके ऑफिस में नहीं आते, उसके असरात उनकी फैमिली डायनामिक्स में आते हैं, घर में आते हैं. दे बिकम बिटर, दे बिकम उनके अंदर रिसेंटमेंट आ जाती है. आई डोंट नो, इज इट जस्ट मी, or have you observed that, or you have gone through that too? Okay, you got a whole life to make some sort of decision like that. I think that's the first time I have been asking myself that question. And I think when I was with him, abhi Jack ki baat kariye, Europe Grand Tour ki, I think that like I wasn't thinking about the expectations of myself. I wasn't thinking about where I needed to go, who I needed to be. These are the big questions. Where do I need to go? Who I need to be? What I needed to be doing? And her father says, yeah, it's called freedom. You felt free. Yeah, and I am missing that. You will find that again. I'm not trying to say you didn't have an amazing experience with Jack on Grand Tour Europe. He gave you something. He gave you something to strive for. A feeling to strive for. It was a map that led me to you. One of the hardest battles we fight is between what we know and what we feel. There was another one, I think Insta पे था. जब आप fear से आते हो ना, जब आप mind use करते हो, all those rules, ये करना चाहिए, herd mentality, follow the majority. जब आप fearless होते हो, now you are coming from heart. And I wonder, everything, why is there fear? Is there someone जो हमारे fear से हमारी fear, हम इंसानों का fear is a source for that. Whatever those are, or trillions or whatever, those people less in number. What is it? जब fear में हम हमेशा rules को क्यों करते हैं follow? Because I think it's just my belief. I'm not saying whatever I say here is true. I'm just sharing what I'm gaining here. Is that maybe rules are there to break for once. Because ये हमें हमारी nature से जो अल्लाह सुब्हाना तआला ने फितरा पेट्रोनोलॉजी नेचर की बेस पे हमें दी है, इस रूल्स को दबा रहे हैं, फियर में जाते हैं. And it's thrilling. Hey, this was movie one. The one who told me that our lives are planned out down to just details. You are born, go to school, go to nursery, kindergarten, college, university, in search of a husband or a wife. You get married, even if he or she is the worst man or woman in the world, just so that others can't say no one wants you. You have children, you grow old, and spend the end of your days watching passerbys from a chair on the sidewalk pretending to know everything about life, yet unable to silence that voice in your heart that says you always have a choice. You could try something else. You know it, और हम इसे दबाते हैं. What about that inside voice? You always have a choice. So this was those lines. This movie का theme जो ये best lines थी was the same. The spontaneity, that breaking this jail of 9 to 5. It's really interesting. 60 years में आप रिटायर हो जाते हो और उसके बाद आपके अंदर जरा भी हिम्मत नहीं रहती वो सब कुछ करने की जो आप चाहते हो करना. The things that you love. This is the second movie. So he's sharing with her why he does that. जो वो करता है इस movie में. He's sharing that experience. First he says maybe you will call me stupid idiot, but now he's just like, okay, I can share it with her. It's rare. Sometimes there is this moment in the car where everything goes quiet. It's not just about car, driving, racing car. We become जो आप love करते हो, जो आप like करते हो. Have you ever felt that moment? Because I have felt. When I do the DIY cards, I use nuts, stuff, anything. जो सब कुछ डस्टबिन में फेंकने वाली होती है, I just use it. Just keep it अपने इर्द गिर्द, and I sit in between that with Caesar, with UHU, and I never know by the end of process क्या बनने जा रहा है, but my whole soul is into that, and it always, not always, but sometimes it just really turns out the best. Somebody told me, to whom I gifted that, it wasn't a big thing for me, but when she told me, I keep it, up the side table के साथ. I took it to my country and I was like, wow, now that's something. And that's the difference between, अब जो buildings बन रही हैं, जो contractors बनाते हैं, machines, and बस it's all about output, बना दो, कर दो, जैसे मर्जी हो, versus those buildings जो पुरानी buildings खड़ी हैं, उसमें इंसानों की soul, मेहनत डली हुई है. Can you feel it what I'm trying to say? जो machine करती है एक चीज, और जो खुदा करता है जिसके अंदर वो लाइफ फोर्स है, हमारे अंदर वो लाइफ फोर्स है, because it has some connection with divine, with Allah, with unseen world, versus those machines, robots, or whatever. I swear, but sometimes there's this moment in the car where everything goes quiet and my heartbeat slows. It's peaceful. I can see everything and no one can touch me. And I'm chasing that moment every time I get in the car. I don't know when I will find it again, but man, I want to. I want to. Because in that moment, I am flying. So have you ever felt it? See you down the road. It's all noise. Don't care about money. How about being fearless? I don't remember what's its name. I just had screenshots. Are we happier as a human race? Is the world fundamentally a better place because of the science and technology? Shop at home, online, surf the web, spider web. At the same time, we feel emptier. Story of my life. First 12 months of the office after taking a gap year, I spent everything on materialist stuff, and now I'm like, there are certain souls जिनको life lesson देती है, okay बेटा तुम करो mistakes, अब मैं तुम्हें lesson दूंगी, and now I'm just done with it. Lesson बार and the life will give you lessons unless you don't get it. आपके अंदर वो चीज tattoo ना हो जाए, दर्ज ना हो जाए आपके conscious, subconscious, unconscious में. And it took me 12 months to get it. These things are not gonna make you happy at all. We are more cut off from each other than at any other time in human history. I mean, we are becoming a synthesized society in a great big hurry to get to the next. We are always in a hurry. Next ladder. And we have no idea where we're going. अगर आपको top भी मिल जाएगा ना, still you wouldn't be satisfied because it's not something जो आप material labels के साथ वो satisfaction वो peace हासिल कर सको. I think it's because we are looking for the meaning. What is the meaning? We have endless, mindless jobs. We have frantic vocations. Deficit finance trips to the mall to buy more and more and more unlimited things that we think are going to fill these holes in our lives. Is it any wonder that we have lost sense of direction? What do you think? So these are the three movies, the lines, and that one paragraph from the book. For me, it's all pattern. These all are talking about the same things. It's talking about something to हमारे अंदर deep है. Once in a while, which is jagti. I don't know what's its name. Is it ruah? What Kabbalah says? Is it ruh? What the Muslim says? Is it spirit? I don't know. And it doesn't matter what its name is. It is something that needs our attention, our silence, our stillness. And maybe that's when divine, our higher self will talk.